Thank you for being here tonight to share in this very special occasion. If everyone could please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. I am Aaliyah Herman, co-president, and I would like to introduce the officers of this year's National Honor Society. Co-president Shay Wiley, Vice President Devin Safransky, Treasurer Chloe Chestnut, and Secretary Emma D'Amico. I would like to introduce Mrs. Dunn, the National Honor Society Advisor.
Good evening. On behalf of the faculty, administration, community of Sterling High School, and the National Honor Society, I would like to welcome everyone. First, I would like to introduce our honored guest, Superintendent, Mr. Matt Sheehan, Principal, Mr. Jared Claiborne, Director of Secondary Education, Mrs. Robin Considine, and our honorary inductee, Mr. Robert Strauss, and our Board of Education members who are in attendance for this special evening. Thank you for all your unwavering support. Tonight, we honor the students on stage for achieving excellence. We congratulate them on their efforts and achievements. We thank their teachers, counselors, coaches, and advisors for shaping them intellectually, emotionally, and academically. Most importantly, we honor their parents, guardians, and families who play the most important role in their students' achievements. This ceremony will define what each of the letters in the NHS seal represent: scholarship, character, leadership, and service. As moderator, I have had the unique opportunity to witness that in each of the students you see here today. Please join me in welcoming Principal Jared Claiborne to the podium.
Thank you, Mrs. Dunn, and thank you for stepping up to lead the NHS this school year. Tonight, you're going to hear all about the pillars of the National Honor Society, and leadership is one that stands out hugely with this class. I want to point out such fantastic leaders as Ms. Herman, Ms. Wiley, Ms. Jordan, and Ms. Brown, who constantly not only hold themselves accountable and their peers, but also me. And we get together often and frequently to review some of the happenings and business of the school year. Most impressively about this group is their character. And sometimes we go through times of hardship and times of difficulty, but this group stays together. And most recently, they've come together to plan a way to support their peers. And I want to acknowledge the fact that they intend to support Jacob Clark and his family, and I want to take one moment right now for a moment of silence for Mr. Clark. Thank you. Mr. Clark is our board president, and he's a pivotal member of our community, and he's with us right now. Thank you to Mr. Kay and the TV19 crew bringing this live tonight. So my message to you is very simple, and it comes directly from Mr. Clark. Don't be afraid to be great. Go Knights.
The candle of knowledge symbolizes the light of learning. It is surrounded by the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. The candle of knowledge will be used to light the 4 pillars.
Scholarship means commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn when formal education has ended, for education is lifelong. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way: through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp with which we read the past and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent to scholarship.
Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow.
Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each of us our individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and, when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school and take in the initiative in class and school activities. The real leader strives to train and aid others to obtain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in the country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a substantial charge to each of our members.
At this time, our senior members would like to honor their mentors who have guided them and encouraged them along their journeys. We ask that each mentor come up to the stage to bestow the NHS stole upon them. Jordan.
The time of day I look forward to most is the time I get to walk into room 207. My name is Jordan Baker, and for my mentor, I chose Mr. Goffredo. Now, I've known Goff for quite some time on a personal level and knew going into high school it would be impossible to not give his classes a chance. However, having him as a teacher and taking the allied health classes with him has sparked my interest in pursuing a career in the medical field, and he continuously pushes me to succeed as he believes I can someday reach that goal. I am so grateful to have a teacher who consistently steers me in the right direction and pushes me to be my best no matter what I'm doing. I treasure the lessons he has taught and the advice he has given me in room 207, and there aren't enough words to describe the impact he's had on me these past 4 years. I want to thank you, Mr. Goffredo, for the support and impact you've had on me so far and will continue to have on me.
Hi, my name is Ayana Brown. So Sterling High School was the first school that I have attended where the teachers in the building had an impact on my life, and I felt like I could make a connection with them. One specific teacher that stood out to me from the beginning was Miss Sierra Jordan. She was the first teacher I ever had at Sterling, and she was also the first teacher that I had that looked like me. Miss Jordan is the teacher that you can go to vent to, gain advice, or just someone to go to when you've had a hard day and just need a break. She has taught me so much about equity, mental health, and prioritizing your own needs. Ms. Jordan goes above and beyond for her students. She helped me this year start a new STEP team at Sterling, all while having her plate full of her own extracurriculars. She saw my vision and believed in me to help get it done and fully exceed our expectations. Ms. Jordan has shaped the way for me and so many other students, which is why I'd like to recognize and appreciate her tonight. I will dearly miss her next year when I'm off to college. Thank you so much for everything.
Hi, I'm Chloe Chestnut. When I heard the word mentor, I immediately thought of Miss Camarada. Although I was unlucky to be able to have her this year, the past 3 years in her Italian class have given me some of the best memories. Miss Cam was able to truly connect with each one of her students, taking that time to get to know them, as well as allowing us to get to know her. Italian was one of the few classes where I was never afraid to say the wrong answer out loud because she wouldn't just say no. She would teach me why it wasn't that answer. She carries such a positive, fun persona and is so involved in the class, which made me respect her and excited to learn from her. I will forever be grateful for the small bond we formed and what she has brought to my high school experience. Thank you, Ms. Cam.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jacob Clark, and my senior mentor is Mr. Tad Kozaneski. Mr. K has been my producer for Channel 19, my baseball coach, and my teacher. Mr. K has pushed me to be the best possible version of myself and has taught me the importance of being well-rounded. While my passion lies to announce, Mr. K has pushed me to work behind the scenes through editing, graphics, and even live production. Whether in the classroom, during a broadcast, or out on the baseball field, Mr. K has pushed me to be the best version of myself here at Sterling. Thank you again to Mr. Tad Kozaneski for being my senior mentor here at Sterling High School.
Hi, everybody. My name is Melinda Conti, and my mom is my mentor, Alicia Conti. She has done so much to help me throughout my high school experience. She has taken me places, helped me with studying, and pushed me out of my comfort zone. She is who I look up to most. She encourages me to become a mature young lady. She has always taught me to be respectful and kind towards others. That is why I chose my mom to be my NHS mentor. Thanks, Mom.
Hi, my name is Laurel Conway, and my mentor is my volleyball coach, Mrs. Brennan. Although she only came into my life this year, she has made a huge impact on me as both a player and a person. She is so caring and always pushing me to succeed, whether it be on the court, in the classroom, or in my future. Mrs. Brennan always knows how to make me feel better when I'm upset, and there's nobody's advice I listen to more than hers. She has had a huge impact on me, and I will carry that with me to college and beyond. Thank you. Hi, my name is Cara Capolino. Sydney Capolino is known throughout the school as a kind, positive, and pleasant individual, which is why picking her as my mentor was easy. Since she began working at Sterling last year, she has become much more than just my sister. She has been there to help me write every email, coach me at every track meet, and comfort me on every bad day. Having a family member down the hall who has gone through what I'm going through right now is invaluable, and without her, I wouldn't be half the athlete, student, or sister I am today. I can't think of someone better fit to be my role model, and that's why I'm so happy to be able to honor her this way.
When choosing a mentor, I thought of someone who inspires growth but mirrors what a true leader should be. Miss Karen Carson is a true mentor to me. I first met Miss Carson during my years at Magnolia Public. She was the one person I looked for in the hallways. Growing up, Miss Carson was always by my side as she taught me right from wrong, along with giving me the motivation to be the best person I can be. Miss Carson was my NJHS advisor where I served as secretary. She's always on the sidelines cheering me on, whether it's at a tennis match, half marathon race, or the annual Miss Magnolia pageant. Every event I see her at, she always checks in with me to see how I'm doing along with my parents. Miss Carson and I have some of the best conversations, being able to joke for hours on end about everything and anything. She's one of my biggest fans. She inspires me every day to work harder and harder to become half the person she is. I'm thankful to have a person in my life like you and being able to call you my mentor. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Nevin Ganscott, and my mentor is Jimmy Daniels. He's a Sterling record holder, a coach, and a father. Jimmy only came into my life just a year ago as the distance coach for Sterling, and he has impacted my life in just that short span of time. Jimmy is a very determined and loud coach. He has taught me that when I step up to the line for a race, to not just think, but know I'm the fastest person there. With this mentality, I constantly go through life, using it anywhere from school to work, or just to help me walk into a room. Anytime I'm feeling lazy about schoolwork, working out, or running, I ask myself, what would Jimmy say? And most of the time, he would tell me to get up and get motivated and get it done, because that's the kind of person he is. He pushes me to my limits in running, and even when he's not around, I hear his voice in my head telling me to work harder and keep pushing forward. Jimmy, thank you for everything you do for me and my family, and I'm honored to call you my mentor.
When deciding my mentor, only one person came to mind. Her kind presence and pleasant interactions made it easy to decide. The person I am referring to is Ms. Jordan. Ms. Jordan has been there for me ever since I started her class my freshman year. Since then, she has become more than just a teacher for me. While she is always there to support me in my academics, Ms. Jordan has also gone above and beyond outside the classroom. Whether it's helping me revise my college essay, to supporting my dreams in creating an assembly to celebrate diverse cultures, Ms. Jordan is the #1 person to call for help. During the lowest point of my life, Ms. Jordan didn't just make sure I was doing okay, but rather made sure that I was happy and got the support I needed. Without her, I can truly say I would never become the person I am today, and when I grow up, I want to be just like her. Thank you, Ms. Jordan, for everything you did for me.
Hi, my name is Aaliyah Herman, and my mentor is Miss Kristen Bellamy, who is my volleyball coach of 3 years. Kristen has always been her players' #1 fan. She has been in my corner since my sophomore year and never hesitates to lift me up. Kristen has such a positive impact on everyone around her. She never fails to bring the energy into a room and radiates positivity everywhere. I am so beyond lucky to have such an amazing, kind, caring, and selfless person in my life who has truly changed me for the better.
Good evening. My name is Caitlin Hoffaker. When asked to pick a mentor for tonight, one name came to the forefront of my mind, Mrs. White, so much more than just my 7th grade math teacher. She helped me push me on the path I am on now. She encouraged me to take the first steps to challenge myself academically and has supported me throughout all the years of my life. All I can say is thank you. Because of Miss White, I was able to push my high school career to its limits. I can easily say that without her support, I may not be where I am today. So thank you for so much, Mrs. White.
Good evening. My name is Juliana Mesta. I picked Kira Damiano to be my mentor. She's someone I've known my whole life and always looked up to. She's taught me so much and always embraced my attitude and sarcasm, all while teaching snappy comebacks and giving it right back to me. While Kira is not my mom or even family, she's always been a mother figure to me, a dance mom, if you will. The first day I walked into the studio, she was the first person I met, and she hasn't gotten rid of me since. She was the one that welcomed me with open arms and hugged me tightly as I left. She has always been someone I know I can count on when I need her. From talking about drama in our lives to college and my future, she has always made a place for me in her day. You have supported me no matter where I am or how long it's been since I've seen you, and I cannot thank you enough for that. I will miss you so deeply when I go to college, and thank you so much for everything you've done for me and putting up with all the short travel size jokes for the last 14 years.
Good evening. My name is Selena Manikis. For me, a mentor is someone who provides guidance and inspiration. The person that I could refer to as my mentor is Mrs. Galesniak. I first got to know Mrs. Galesniak, or Mrs. G, during my sophomore year through dance company. And since then, she has made a huge impact on me in countless ways. She helped me gain confidence and has always believed in my capabilities. Her unwavering encouragement and support for us have always been the driving force behind our motivation to do our best in every performances. I'm forever thankful for everything that she has done for me and the whole dance company.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Ott, and I have chosen Mr. Goffredo as my mentor because of his persistent dedication to my academic career in the Allied Health Program. He has taught me 4 times in the past 3 years and has repeatedly expressed his belief in my future success in the medical field. He has work done while also making it enjoyable, which isn't always the case for difficult honors and AP classes. I am grateful the opportunities and knowledge I have acquired from Mr. Goffredo and his classes and the impact that it will have on my future.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Rivedas. A mentor to me is someone who guides and uplifts you to succeed even when you feel as if you're not good enough. That is why it was easy for me to choose Mrs. Blankenship as my mentor. Although she was new to the Sterling faculty last year, she made my high school experience in performing arts better than it ever was because of her fun and energetic attitude and her supportiveness to everyone. Mrs. B is the kind of person that has the ability to connect with her students to know when something is bothering them and will make sure they're all right. What I love the most about her is her ability to make me feel good about myself and my talent and to give me the confidence that I feel I lack. Thank you, Mrs. B, for the wonderful memories I've made in the Performing Arts Department because it wouldn't be the same without you.
Good evening. My name is Brianna Swartz. Those of you who know me know I tend to be extremely indecisive. However, this was the easiest decision I have ever made. The basic Google definition of mentor is an experienced and trusted advisor. I could have just left it at that, but it doesn't stand a chance of showing the impact that this individual has made on me. To me, a mentor is Miss Forcellini, someone who is your biggest fan, source of light, a shoulder to lean on, and a big sister. I was fortunate enough to be placed in the presence of a role model who checks off all those boxes. On and off the sideline, she had the ability to encourage me to keep my head held high for all the endless possibilities in front of me. I physically cannot return the favor for all the sacrifices she has made for me over the past 4 years. Although this is not nearly enough, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Good evening, I'm Ryan Scriboni. For my mentor, I chose Stacy White, my scoutmaster from when I was a Boy Scout in Troop 122. Mr. White has been an important figure in my life for about 9 years now, serving as a mentor ever since I joined scouting. For half my life, he has put up with me and my antics, educating me and guiding me into becoming the best version of myself, despite my laziness. Even after I had quit and given up on Boy Scouts for some time, Mr. White helped me in attaining the rank of Eagle Scout just about 2 months ago, an achievement I only earned because of his patience and commitment. Mr. White is one of the most understanding, loyal, and altruistic people you will ever meet, and is one of the best men I know.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vincent Staferi, and my mentor is Mr. Carpenter. I first met Mr. Carpenter last year in my AP US History class, and he quickly became one of the best teachers I had ever had. His passion for history, dedication to teaching, and unwavering support have truly made a significant impact on not only my education, but on my life. He has instilled a great appreciation for the world around me, and I wanted to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Carpenter for going above and beyond and for always inspiring me to strive for excellence. I know that if I ever have a question, whether it be about history, college, or just daily life, I know he always has an answer for me. Mr. Carpenter's guidance and mentorship have made a significant difference in my life, and I'm truly honored to be able to call you my mentor for National Honor Society. Thank you, Carp.
Good evening. My name is Connor Strauss, and my mentor is Mr. Robert Strauss. Along with being a great dad, he has also helped me find my passion for what I want to do in life, which is working in sports just like him. He helped me throughout my high school career by being a great coach for tennis the past 3 years and helping me with everything else along the way that has gotten me to where I am today. He's inspired me to be the person I am today, and I don't know where I would be without him.
Good evening. My name is Devin Safransky. A mentor to me is a person who inspires and encourages while setting a wonderful example as a role model. I have been lucky enough to have had many amazing mentors in my life, including Mrs. Bukowski. I met Miss B during my sophomore year study hall, where I was able to see her every day all year and form a relationship with her. During this time, I expressed my excitement to her about hopefully being able to teach the preschoolers during my high school career the same way I was taught here 16 years ago. I was fortunate enough to have Miss B recommend me for this program, and I could not be happier with the experience. She has always been kind and a supportive teacher. She always offered an ear to listen as well as celebrate my achievements. She created an exciting work environment, and I look forward to being a part of her class every day. I am so grateful for the time I have had with her and will have for the rest of my senior year. I would like to thank her for my opportunity and the inspiration it has given me. I'm so proud to call her my mentor. Thank you, Miss B.
When asked here to write about my mentor, I remember sitting here last year drafting my speech, hoping to find the perfect words to show my appreciation for a man who has always been so supportive of me. Coaching me, guiding me, encouraging me, and inspiring me, I chose to speak about Mr. Peter Marleys. When I was a freshman, I was introduced to Coach Marleys as a potential soccer player for his club team. But when he asked me to join his team, I was skeptical at first, but relented because I felt bad. Plus, I figured, why not? It's no secret that my best performances on the soccer field were under his guidance because he has a special way of motivating his players. Because of him, my confidence in soccer was restored. My sophomore year, I was crushed when I learned our team would be losing such a great coach. However, Marleys became my biggest cheerleader from the sidelines, rather from the coaching standpoint. But lucky for me, and maybe not so much for him, our relationship only grew, and it ended up making my high school experience much better. I took a law class my senior year so I could have him as my teacher, and I hate law. Sorry. Marleys helped me grow as a person and instill a confidence that will benefit me in my future, whether it is in a courtroom, on a soccer field, or in life. This is my thank you for always being there for me, for always giving me the best advice, and for always being my person, the person I can always rely on.
At this time, I would like to ask that all members rise as the new members recite the National Honor Society pledge and the current members recite to reaffirm their pledge. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society. To which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And I will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. This year's new members have now officially been inducted into this Sterling chapter of the National Honor Society. Melinda Conti.
We need Mr. Claiborne at the end of the table, too.
Laurel Conway. Aisha Garcia. Juliana Mesta. Selena Maniquez. Caitlin Ott. Mackenzie Rivedas. Brianna Schwartz. Ryan Scriboni. Connor Strauss. Jason Camardo. Kara Chestnut. Elizabeth Hallwood. Bella Hernandez. Davis Holloway. Ireland Kay. Madison Lee. Sophie Mashinsky. Matthew McFalls. Vaughn McVeigh. Logan Murphy. Jonathan Orlino. Anthony Ortiz Torcia. Isabella Petruno. Aiden Perman. Sophia Saggio. Fallon Shinseki. Elise Simpson. Brandon Skinner. Elizabeth Stevenson. Antonia Troilo. Michael Tully. Amber Wilsey.
Let's give our new inductees a round of applause. I now would like to welcome Mr. Robert Strauss, this year's honorary inductee, to the podium for some inspirational words.
Wow. Good evening, everybody. Better late than never up here, right? It's supposed to happen in January, but here we are. You would think that the public address announcer would have no problem speaking in front of people, but this one's got me a bit nervous, so I'm not going to. So please tell the Philadelphia 76ers organization, please and thank you. Good evening, NHS inductees, fellow members, staff members, parents, families, and administrators. It is truly an honor to share the stage with these amazing scholars here this evening. I do want to take a moment to thank and recognize our NHS moderator, Ms. Nicole Dunn, who's sitting right behind me, for her efforts to make this entire ceremony happen. From start to finish, this is a humongous undertaking, even with the delay of the ceremony, and I think I speak for everyone when I say thank you. So thank you, Ms. Dunn. To be perfectly honest with you, of all the things that I'd ever do as an educator, whether it be coaching, class advising, being in the same sentence as National Honor Society is something that I never thought would happen. While I've been fortunate enough to be chosen as an NHS mentor several times, having the distinction as an honorary inductee is truly humbling, and words cannot express how honored I am to have been selected for this recognition this evening. So thank you to the NHS members for selecting me. I can say with 100% certainty that my middle school and high school teachers would have never seen this one coming. Growing up in a house of two educators, you would have thought that NHS would have been a given for me, but instead I made the brilliant adolescent decision to put my social life, work, and even cleaning my room ahead of my academics, which made life challenging, to say the very least, during that time. My mom is here tonight, and if you need confirmation on any of that, please ask her. She has plenty of stories to share. She's back there in the corner. She's got plenty of stories on me, so there's that. Having said that, I'd like to send a huge thank you to all my teachers, professors, parents, and my colleagues who have played, each of them, a pivotal role in my educational journey. However, even though it's been years since I was an actual student, my learning years didn't end when I received my college diploma from Rowan University. In fact, I'm still learning each day. In the classroom as a teacher, on the courts as a coach, and even at home as a husband and a father. Learning never ends, and I challenge all of you to never lose the desire to learn and expand your minds. Speaking of learning, we're going to do a little learning exercise with you all this evening. We all now know the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Now what I want you to do is take a moment to think about how you personally would rank each of the pillars in order of importance to you and your values. There are no right or wrong answers here, and even though we're about 2 weeks into the second semester, this will not be graded nor reflected in OnCourse. While each of the pillars are important to me, there is one that stands out above the rest and has been since my childhood, and that is character. The word character can have many different definitions. It can mean a person in a play or a movie. It can be a printed or written letter or symbol. However, the definition that relates closest to the National Honor Society is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. What makes you, you? Without a high moral character, the other 3 pillars cannot function effectively. Character serves as the cornerstone of the framework for what National Honor Society is all about. Consider this. Without high character, how would you ever be a good scholar and maintain the proper grade point average to even be considered for this prestigious award? The eternal question that students battle with: do you go out to the movies and hang out with your friends instead of studying for those physics and calculus tests? Or do you stay at home and make countless note cards, reading them repeatedly until you know them by heart? Right, Goff? You know all about note cards. That's the conscious decision that each of you made and will now continue to make as you continue your educational journeys. Without high character, how can you be an effective leader? For those of you who are athletes, think back to your freshman year in your respective sports. Who did you look up to? What qualities did those that you looked up to possess that drove you to be just like them when you got older? Those who know me well know that I'm a humongous hockey fan. And one of the greatest captains in NHL history is Mark Messier, who won 6 Stanley Cups, 5 with the Edmonton Oilers, and 1 with the New York Rangers. While facing elimination in 1994 with the Rangers, he guaranteed a win to his teammates, fans, and media that they would win Game 6. A bold statement for any professional, but especially in the New York market. What did Mark Messier do that was so special? He backed up his words with a hat trick in Game 6, and the Rangers would go on to win their first Stanley Cup in 54 years. Some would call it luck. Others may call it coincidence. I call it leadership, so much that there's now an award named after him given annually each year called the Mark Messier Leadership Award. Without high character, how would we be able to give back and serve our community? We need people with good moral compass to be our community, local, state, and national leaders and make our towns, our state, and our country as safe and strong and prosperous as possible. The Sterling community is really like no other. And it's because we have good people leading the way. Our former school resource officer, George Beatty, whose children went to Sterling, he just got sworn in as mayor of Summerdale. A 2014 graduate of Sterling, Sophia Vicari, who's here tonight, now sits on our Board of Education. And yet both still take the time to donate to our annual toy drive every single year. A true testament to their character and how much they value giving back to their community. Fun fact, 19 Sterling graduates currently work at this school, serving the community they grew up in and helping to get them where they are today. We recently celebrated National Day of Service thanks to the late, great Martin Luther King Jr., who once said, Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Wise words from a man who undoubtedly embodied all 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. I've been coaching tennis for nearly a decade now, and I'm so proud to see some of my players on this stage tonight, including my own son, Connor, who I couldn't be prouder of. Those players have heard me say this a lot. While wins and losses are important as a coach, I'd much rather them leave each practice, each match, their season, and their career here at Sterling better people than they are tennis players. Whatever you all wind up doing after you leave Sterling High School, whether it's practicing law, nursing, teaching, a trade, strive to be the best at it. Show up to work early. Work hard. Be friendly. But most importantly, as great as I know you'll all be at your future professions, be an even better person. To put it plainly, be the reason someone believes in good people. Congratulations to all the inductees, and thank you so much for the privilege of being an honorary member of Sterling's National Honor Society. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Strauss. Right now, I'd like to congratulate the entire Sterling High School National Honor Society. Please give them a round of applause. Before we process, thank you to everyone for your support and participation in tonight's event. We have some special thanks to the Board of Education, our administration, the NHS committee, Ms. Erin Deaver, Ms. Lauren Cooker, Mr. John Flacco, Mrs. Julia Howlett, Mr. Tad Kozaneski and the tech crew, Mrs. Christina Blankenship, all of our senior mentors, the maintenance department, and the Sterling faculty and staff. Please feel free to join us following the ceremony in the Media Center for refreshments. Thank you for attending this evening.